Hello students, here we've got, this is now page 31, this is day 11, part 2. Right. So now you've had an opportunity to practice some circumference, and I've felt that you had a pretty good handle on it. So now we're going to go to the next piece, which is finding the area of a circle. All right. So what does the area of a circle measure? The area measures what's inside. So circumference is around the outside. The area measures what's inside. So like if you wanted to paint something that was in the shape of a circle, how much paint would you use? All right. The formula for the area of a circle is area is equal to pi times r squared. Also a formula that is given to you, so you don't need to memorize it, but you do need to know when it's actually used. Excuse me. Right? And of course, now that I've added a second formula, you need to make sure that you use the correct formula. So that now the close reading becomes even more important. What does the area of a circle measure? So find the area of a circle with a radius of 3 centimeters. So we want to find area. So we could draw a picture of this. Now some of you might decide you don't need to draw a picture. And the radius is 3. Well, this is pretty easy if you're given the radius. So we're going to write the formula down. You should always write this formula down. Make sure you use the correct one. So now, if they give you the radius, it's no big deal. You just plug the 3 in. Now, here's what this is going to look like. This is going to be a little bit different. We got 3 squared. Right. So now, here's now what will happen. We want to leave our answer in terms of pi again, which means that we're not going to do anything with pi. Okay, so the only thing that we can do is square the 3. Now, we haven't done a whole lot with exponents this year, but 3 squared is 3 times 3. 3 to the second power. So remember that 3 times 3 is 9, not 6. All right? So we square the 3. And plus, think of your orders of operations. Exponents comes before multiplication because this is pi times 3 squared. So you always do the exponent before you multiply. So now, in terms of pi, just like we did the last one, I'm going to put the 9 first, 9 pi. You need to make sure you include that pi in there because otherwise the answer is not correct. All right, and then as far as units are concerned, centimeters, and with area, inches are squared because in area you're now looking at 2 dimensions. Right? So this is obviously the very basic one. Finding the area if they give you the radius. Answer in terms of pi. All right. Part B. Now I'm going to change this up a little bit. Okay. So now find the area of a circle with a diameter of 9 inches. So we're finding area again. So immediately this formula gets written down. Area equals pi r squared. Okay. Find the area of a circle with a diameter of 9. So if we want to draw a picture of this, now the 9 goes all the way across. We only need half of it. So if the diameter is 9, the radius is half 9. So you take 9 and you divide it by 2, which would be 4.5. Because in order to use the radius or the area formula, we need the radius. So now you take the 4.5 that goes in place of r. So we have pi times 4.5 squared. Okay. So for right now, we're going to leave the pi alone, and we're going to square the 4.5. Now, you can use a calculator for this. So now the next question is going to be, where is the squared button on the calculator? So let's say I wanted to take 4.5 squared. So I press 4.5, and see this x squared button right next to my finger? That's how you square it. Okay. Hit enter, and we've got pi times 20.25 or 20.25 pi. We typically like to put the number first. But then now you need to go up and it says this one wants the answer rounded to the nearest tenth. So now we'll use the calculator and we'll do the pi. We'll use pi. So we're going to go 20.25 times the pi button and round it to the nearest tenth. So this is 63.61 or 63.6. And this would be inches. And because it's area, square inches. All right, and then as our exercise, just like we did before, you're finding the area now in terms of pi and rounded. So I want you guys to practice that. Every time you should write the formula down. I want to see the formula written down on every single problem that you work on. Right? That way you don't worry about messing the formula up. And then at the very end, for those of you that are looking for something a little challenging, Here's one for you. See if you can figure this one out. Right? Work hard and stay focused.